Hey, thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Today we are going to replace the battery in my iPhone 6 because mine took a shit. So what I have is I ordered this Ifixit repair kit. You can buy just the battery. It's about, I think, $34. Or you can buy the kit. It's $39.99 plus shipping. I ordered just the kit because I needed the extra tools anyway. It doesn't hurt to pay the little bit more to have these extra tools that come with it. I am going to actually I have the Ifixit Pro Toolkit. I'm going to use a lot of stuff from this. So this is a really awesome kit. If you haven't had a chance, check this out. Comes with everything you could ever need to dismantle a computer, phone, tablet, anything, you name it. It's even got the fancy bits to take hard drives apart. So I'm going to be using a lot of stuff from this, but I didn't think it hurt to spend the extra bit of money to order this kit and come with everything it comes with. It comes with a Phillips head screwdriver, the Pentalobe No. 2 screwdriver, an opener, the suction cup, a spudger, 2 replacement screws, which I believe are for the bottom of the phone, the adhesive strips to put the battery back in, because what I understand, the batteries are glued into place in these. So let's get started. We're going to start by powering the phone down. Now, I've not backed up my phone. I don't recommend digging into your phone without backing it up. But that's how we're going to do this. So, again, I have not backed my phone up. Don't recommend it at all. So I know that I need the Pentalobe No. 2 bit, which is somewhere in here. In 1 second, I'll find it. P2. There it is. Okay. Make sure my phone's off. Yes, it is. So you have 2 Pentalobe No. 2 screws in the bottom of your phone next to the charging port. These need to be removed. Now, I've also never done this before, so keep that in mind. These are tiny. Okay, I have a little magnetic tray that I'm setting my screws on since they're so tiny. I don't want to lose them. Now, the beautiful thing is supposedly a suction cup to the phone will allow me to pry up enough on the bottom, seems to, enough that I can get potentially one of these picks in. Yep, like that. And you want to work your way up the sides, like so. The screen just attaches, it's got snaps up either side. And you want to pry in a manner that you're not going to bend it. The screen's attached to a metal backing, and if you bend it, you can actually crack the screen itself. So now that we got the screen rotated up, man, this is filthy. There might be a cleaning process before I put this back together. Anyway, now we're down to these Phillips head screws. So these, you have this panel here. This needs to get removed. This covers all the screen cables. So I'm going to unscrew. These are so tiny. Are those really Phillips? It doesn't even look like it's spinning it with that one. I'm going to switch back to this kit. Set that down. It's going to be a super tiny Phillips. See if I can find one. I think it's this guy here. There's 5 screws in total that hold this cover down. Oh, they are really tiny. I definitely recommend using a magnetic tip screwdriver for this. Because these are very tiny. You do not want to lose these at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure I get all the ones I need to. Okay. One of them is longer than the other, and it's this one in the corner here, so just remember that. That comes off, and now I will need tweezers. These power ribbon cables are supposedly like Legos. Yes, they are. Just like Lego bricks, and you just unplug them. And there should be, I think, 4 of them. Okay. That makes 4. Okay. And that allows me to get the screen completely away from the phone now. Now, I need to remove this cover right here. This cover is where the battery itself plugs into the phone. So we're going to take, it's 2 screws that hold that in. We'll keep them separate from the rest of my screws. These are really tiny as well. And again, one of these is longer than the other, so keep that in mind. The one closer to the battery is the longer of the 2. And then this cover should flip out of the way like so. And there's the ribbon cable, which is supposed to be just like the other one. Yep. Okay. So that's out. Just like Lego bricks. And that pops out. Okay. You can see I got that free. Now, the battery is glued in from Apple. This is where you need a heat gun or a hair dryer. You want to heat up the back of the phone. This is going to get a little loud because I am going to turn a heat gun on. But what you want to do is you want to flip the phone over, heat up the back where the battery sits. You want to heat it up not too hot that you can't touch it, because you can cause damage to everything else that's in here. But you want to heat it up just hot enough to loosen that glue up, and then we are going to pry along the edge. So I'm going to turn on a heat gun, and we'll start heating this up. I put my heat gun on low, 430 degrees. Hopefully that's enough. Again, I've never done this before, so this is exciting. That works pretty quick. I just want to make sure that that glue softens up that Apple used when installing the battery. Okay, that's pretty toasty. I think I'm going to see what that does for me. Okay. See what that does. There is a ribbon cable hidden underneath this battery, and so you have to be super careful in when you're prying, not to bend things that are needed, but also not to catch that ribbon cable. Wow, these are in there. Okay, so I might have to speed this video up, but you can kind of see. I might speed this up because that glue, this is going to take a bit. And I'm to understand that this is the hardest part, is getting the battery out. So I will probably speed the footage up. Okay, here we go. The battery is coming out. There we go. The battery is out. It didn't come out in the greatest shape. 6.91. So that was interesting. I did read about that. The battery here says 7.01, and on the other side it says 6.91. It's like Apple couldn't decide what was supposed to be in there. Peel the old glue out. Funny how easy that peels out. Now that the battery's not attached to it. See if I can get my fingers on this. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that battery is out. Now, we get to put my phone back together. So, grab my new battery. Comes packed really nice. actually. And so this is gonna sit here and be plugged in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug it in first. That way it's all lined up. And it's gonna sit like that. Okay. So now I'm gonna flip it over while it's plugged in. I'm gonna leave it plugged in. I'm gonna run my 2 new strips. Peel one side. Peel. Oh. Oh. There might be a don't do what I do thing. It's like the same stuff. It's kind of gnarly. Close enough. Pull that off. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. It might be something like this. Place it in like that. Nope, that's not better at all. Don't do that. Okay, well, I ruined one. So, I'm just gonna hope that one is enough to hold my phone in place. I should have just done the other one like that. Okay. So, that's gonna sit in there like that. The adhesive strips really are just to keep the battery from moving around while it's in your phone. That's all they're for. So, hopefully one is enough for me. I mean, I'm sure it'll hold it. You saw what 2 of them actually does to that thing. Makes it impossible to get apart. That's plugged in. I'm going to put this cover back on, which has the 2 super tiny screws. The taller one again goes in that corner. That's started. Okay, so screw those down. That'll cover where the battery plugs in. Okay, there's those. Now, we'll put the screen back on. Okay, so you want to do these kind of in the order that you took them apart from. So this long ribbon cable goes there. And they should just snap back on like Lego bricks. You can kind of feel them click in. And then this one goes there. If I can get it lined up. This one's giving me a little trouble. There we go. You can hear them. You can actually hear them snap in. They click. And then that one goes there. Just going to give them a firm press, make sure that they all are actually in. And then grab the final cover plate, which goes there. Okay. Now, the tough part. You might want an extra set of hands, someone to hold the screen for you. Oh, that's a short one. There's one. And the final one. Those screws are a lot easier to work with. Okay, so that covers in. And now it's just a matter of laying the screen back in. You want to start from the top. So make sure the top is in, like so. And then work down the sides, snapping it all back together. And then you can go back to the pentalobe bit, and you can put in the 2 bottom screws next to the charging port to hold your screen in place. There's one. Now, I don't know if this battery comes with any charge, but what I read is you want to make sure that you break it in properly. So you need to run the phone down to below 10% and then charge fully. So I'm going to turn it on now that we're done, and we'll see what we have for battery life on what's in there. Look at that. It's coming right on. Put my bits away. And what I'll do is I will put together another video at some point here, not too long off, giving an update on how the battery is. That way you guys have an idea of my satisfaction with it. Staring at an Apple screen for an awful long time. There it goes. So, plug the new battery in. I'm at 53%. So what I need to do is I need to run this down to below 10%, and then I will have to plug it in and give it a full charge. And then I should be back to normal use with my phone. Hopefully, this solves all my problems, because it was getting really old having it be at, 80% and then die. Or the other thing it would do, I don't think I mentioned this, it would get down to around 20%, and I would plug the phone in and it would jump back up to 80%. So hopefully this is all I needed to do, is get rid of this battery and replace it. I'll definitely post another video here shortly after I've done the break-in period on how it works. But hey, there you go. I just stripped my phone apart and put it back together in no time, replacing the battery. And again, you can get one of these kits. Ifixit. They are $39.99 plus shipping. It took mine about a week to get here all the way across the country. So who knows how long it'll take for you guys to get it. But it does come with tools that you need. It's a great little kit. If not, I would check out the Pro Kit. I love that thing. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like this video, drop a comment below of anything you'd like to see me do different.